Namaste, beautiful beings. This is Belinda Pearl, and welcome to the Oracle. This Oracle is for the full moon in Taurus that is coming up next week, Tuesday, on the 12th at 19 degrees, 51 minutes in Taurus. So this is actually moving towards that 20-degree mark too. So it feels like there's a tide that is changing, and that all of us are going through this tide change. I hear a lot of people saying that life is beating them up, and this may be true. This feeling that life is beating us because it's asking us to step into a higher part of our being, and that is what I'm seeing is this evolutionary curve that's happening. That's why life is pressing you, so that you can actually step into your power. If we remember that this year was a 3, was asking us to, now that we've gone from this mastery, to really step into our power. Next year is that's 2020, which is a 4, about being in the heart. It's also creating that foundational place for us to be, because there's 4 sides to a square, right? Or square, which is that element of earth. So it's helping us to be a little bit more stable, and to also perch us up so we can see the lay of the land and choose our trajectory. So instead of us being whipped around by the universe or by the world or by life or reality, we are in fact saying, I know what my soul purpose is, and now I'm stepping into it, and I'm choosing this trajectory, even though I remember that the universe has a flow to it. So as I step into this trajectory, I'm actually stepping into the flow of the universe, because I'm living life in an evolved space where I'm allowing my higher self and my spiritual self to actually guide me instead of my ego mind. So this is why all these teachings are coming up, so it can remind us that there is an escape from this reality that we feel that life's beating us up. And again, so let's get back to the full moon. Taurus, also that earth element. So there's a storyline that's been here. Taurus also moves a little bit slower, also ruled by Venus, which loves the stuff, loves all your jewels and loves all your preciousnesses around you. So this is about also looking at your preciousness pieces. Like, what is it that you want to bring to fruition? So this is, again, is about bringing something to completion. This is about bringing your dreams to your wishes to manifestation, bringing all of that to the forefront so you can really step into that part of your power and enjoy, luxuriate yourself, because that's what Taurus likes to do, enjoy the luxuries of life. That's that Venus type of energy. And then to also remember, so then there's also a little like play with Mercury with the full moon, which is Mercury's in retrograde. And I don't know if you've been noticing, but even before pre-shadow period, there was already technical glitches. And this particular Mercury has been a very funny Mercury with its technical glitches. So I'm just inside laughing about that, because it just continuously happens. And I'm just praying to Mercury to be kind as we move through this Mercury retrograde. But then there's this idea, because we're in retrograde, Mercury, all these things that we want to step forward into, especially as we go into that new year, what we want to bring with us, all those precious pieces that we've gathered, the things that we're bringing into fruition, because this is this opportunity to bring something into fruition that we really adore. It gives us that time to reflect and review. Is this what I want? And this is what I want to bring forward to that new place. I can always be in that place in my heart, which is next year, and I can see the lay of the land and dive into the flow of the universe. So let's ask the Oracle for some guidance into this full moon in Taurus at this 19-20 degree mark. So just take a moment here to close your eyes, listen to your breath, and see your life, the lay of your land, if you will, how it's been turning out and how you've seen it, how you think you perceive it, and what it is that you're truly also wanting to bring into reality, into your real life, everyday life. And in however it shows up, as long as there's an idea that you're stepping into this place of being in love with life and in play with life, and if only this could happen, because then I would be this, that piece of then I'd be this, where I'm in joy, would happen. That's more the most important piece, because we don't know how the story in between here and there is going to happen. That's where we give it to the flow of our higher self and to the guidance of the universe. So one more little shuffle again. And then we'll take a moment to just call in the Oracle and say thank you so much for this highest guidance for all of us where we meet you today. So this is really kind of interesting card. It's kind of a dark card. We did have Halloween last week, so maybe that's why I decided to pull this deck out. We're also coming to the end of the year where we are we thought we wanted to do something this year, and maybe life has done a few things this year. Maybe we haven't brought everything to fruition, but we get to the end of the year, like I was saying before, to really review what it is that we want to do. Here it says, Shadow Grave, it says you miss someone, but there's these butterflies here. So there's this part of yourself that's kind of missing, if you will. She's also 29, so kind of at the end of the 20s, if you will, where it again is this idea of like turning chapters, turning a page, if you will. There's also the butterflies in here that's offering this place of transformation. Again, it's this piece of yourself that you're needing to welcome back into your life, a place that maybe you forgot about play in your life. Maybe you need more play in your life. This part of yourself that you put into the closet because life has been kind of beating you up a little and you haven't been able to get on top of all of that. And so then you put yourself into your stress state, if you will, which could lead to stress, that could lead to illness, that could lead to all kinds of stuff as transitioning through life pieces too. But it's about bringing that other softer, playful side back into your life. So that part that's missing, that you feel that's missing from your life, bring that back into your life so that when you go through these transitions through life, whatever's happening, again, at the end of the year, it's coming to the end of the cycle, it's a new year that's coming next year, right? Before we get there, we still have to go through the shedding of the stuff. And also we're in the northern hemisphere, we're in autumn. So is this part of shedding. All the leaves are falling off the trees. So we're leaving things behind. What is it that we do want to leave behind? And what are the things that we want to really rebirth into our life so we can go through the cycle and be rebirthed? So this is a part of yourself that you feel that's missing, that it is really somebody. It could, for some people, it could be actually, yes, I do miss somebody. But it's more that part of yourself, that part that's really close to you, that's always been with you. And if you think back on the year, what's happened, and maybe you put that self again in the closet, it's time to invite that piece out again. And it's a piece about transformation. That's where the butterflies are showing up. It's going to help you evolve from this stage to the next. So I said, full moon's at 1951. It's almost, technically you could say it's at 20 degrees. So it's coming from like that 19 or the teens to the 20s. It's going through a cycle. It's a new chapter that's about to be rebirthed. And if this full moon, Taurus, is about bringing us our wishes into manifestation and goals are being completed. So now we can really bring those pieces that we've lost of ourselves because we've been fighting so hard with life and bring ourselves into this place of wholeness. They're kind of encapsulated in this piece here. It's kind of circular. So then they're in this place of wholeness too. So I would say take time to meditate underneath the full moon, to see for yourself what it is that you want to bring into this world. Reflect on everything that's happened this last year. Find the pieces of yourself that you've lost that you want to reunite with. So when you come to this full moon, you can actually be in celebration because now you have all those precious pieces of your soul back together. So this is Belinda Pearl, and I hope you enjoyed that. Please leave a comment below, subscribe, and say hello. And I should see you all again soon. Namaste. And you can find me at belindapearl.com. You can also subscribe to my Patreon channel at patreon.com, Live an Illuminated Life. All those links are below. And I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Namaste.